Here are my biggest mistakes as an entrepreneur. I don't want you to repeat them, so make sure to listen carefully. In the first part, I'm going to talk about the basics. So, the first reason is I picked the wrong model and industry. What do I mean by that? So, initially, when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I started with content creation and it's what I wanted to do. I thought I'm going to be enjoying it. And it's not that I didn't enjoy it. Here's the thing though. I picked the wrong industry slash niche because when I was creating content, I didn't necessarily think about the business aspect and the money aspect. So I grew to a decent size. I grew my account. I grew my YouTube and Instagram page. I grew a decent audience, but the issue was that I picked the wrong niche and the wrong industry, let's just say, you know what I mean? Because the page that I had was a football slash, back in the old days, it was a football page. Now it's like a football and fitness page. So as you guys see on the screen, like it's, I grew it like 100K plus like followers or whatever. But because I was in the wrong niche, it was hard for me to grow and monetize it. You know what I mean? So I wasn't smart enough to pick the wrong industry and I didn't really look at it in the long term. So I would suggest make sure if you're trying to create a brand, a business, whatever, make sure to pick a right industry that you think you're able to grow long term. And also there's going to be more monetization opportunities. Because I personally, in the football niche, it was just really hard to monetize because it was very hard to sell anything. Maybe you got some affiliate stuff or some sponsorships, but that was about it. You were very limited and your efforts were all going to go to waste, just like mine did. So recently I stopped posting on this account because I wanted to fully focus on my YouTube channel, but I don't want you to make those mistakes. So I would say pick an industry and pick a business model that actually is profitable and you can actually put your focus on. You know what I mean? Because sports and like meme pages, like if you have a meme page, just delete it. Like you're not gonna make a lot of money. I would say pick a business niche, finance, fitness, health. Those niches are really profitable, so I would say focus on that. The second reason is that I treated my business, especially later on, as a hobby, and I didn't really treat it as something that I need to make profit and money. And as a result, as time went on, the growth slowed down, the sponsorships, everything slowed down, and eventually I have to stop because I want to fully focus on this YouTube channel. But if I did make the right decisions, who knows? It would have been profitable and I could have made more money. You know what I mean? But because of my past mistakes, I had to kind of slow down and put this page on stop. And because I kind of treated it a hobby, I didn't really go with all of my intensity, all of my energy, and the results showed. It just slowed down and now I have to stop. The third reason was that I tried too many things at the same time. So as an entrepreneur, I'm sure a lot of people are creative. They want to try different business models. Every day you see like a latest business model, AI stuff, like agency, blah, 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 all these things. You get distracted. And the issue is that it's easy to go from business to business and you kind of don't get results and you're like, okay, let me just start a new business. And that could be a good thing, especially in the beginning, because for you to find the right business model for you, that's a good thing. But I would say, especially if you want to progress, you can do that. So I would say third thing is that don't try too many things at the same time, maybe one or two max. And again, don't make my mistake. I was doing the page that I just showed you, I was creating content, I was trying to grow it, and I also was trying to drop shipping. I have the spoons here with me right now. You see the spoons, it's for drop shipping. I was testing it. I have the spoons right now. I still haven't really finished my drop shipping part. So again, you see I'm still making mistakes. So I'm telling you, don't make those mistakes because it's just gonna hinder your progress. Number 4, not learning new skills and information. And this is such an important thing that I want you to focus on, because if you don't have the skills and the information, you're not gonna grow in any business. Whatever you pick, even if you pick the best industry for yourself, if you're not learning the new skills and information and the ones that are actually applicable to your business model, you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna make money. And I'm telling you, even if you learn a bit, it's gonna make a huge progress. Because for me, especially that I'm now doing personal training or whatever, because of the new information that I learned, it's so much easier for me to monetize it. And if I didn't know this information, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't take the risks and I would be limited with my mindset. I would be like, oh, there are no opportunities to make money. You know what I mean? So I would say definitely invest in your education and improve your skills, because I have books on making money online, focus, fitness, health, all these things. I would say keep educating yourself, take courses, apply the information that you use and learn, because if you're not applying, then what's the point? If you're not taking action, then might as well just play video games. Actually, no, don't stop playing video games. That was a joke, but you get what I mean. Make sure to apply every single information, because when you play, you're gonna see the results. Number 5, complacency and laziness. Now, this is a very important topic because I want you to focus on this, because personally, whenever things happen in your life, maybe relationships, some events happen in your life, and you just kind of fall back and you stop pushing, you lose your vision and your dedication, and you become complacent. And as a result, your business suffers, the brand suffers because of your laziness, because of your complacency. So what I would say is that no matter what situation happens, always have your business in the main part of your vision. You know what I mean? Like, do not replace anything with it. Obviously, take care of your family, but I'm saying, like, do not get involved with too many distractions, like dating, video games, movies. Anything can be distraction regarding your business, because if you're not really focusing on, then you can be complacent. It happened to me, especially with the page that I just showed you. I have it like right here. Like, it after like grew it like more than 100K, then it was like I slowed down because I got into a relationship at the same time. And then I told this story a lot of the times, but when I got into a relationship, I got so complacent. I just completely lost my vision. I just fumbled. I fumbled my brand, everything, and I don't want you to experience the same thing, because it's kind of hard to lose the momentum that you build. Like, when you lose the momentum, it's hard to regain it. You have to put so much effort to gain that. So I would definitely say, do not be complacent. Always keep pushing. Always try to get better, because the moment you become complacent, it's not that you stop progressing. Everyone else is progressing, and it means you're regressing. So I would say at all costs, keep pushing, keep learning, and do not become lazy. And the final one, and this is something that I still struggle, and I'm constantly reading and educating myself on this thing, is lack of focus and distractions. And this one kind of ties down to trying too many things at the same time. Is pretty much you can't focus. You keep like playing, like, I don't know, videos or scrolling on social media, messaging this, messaging that, and your focus gets hindered. You know what I mean? Because like the book that I'm reading, let me show you. Deep Focus. This book is amazing. 10 out of 10 book. It was saying that whenever you're focused on something and you get distracted, it takes you like 20, 15 minutes, like 30 minutes even, for your focus to fully come back to the actual original task that you were doing. So no matter what are you doing, when you get to that deep state, deep flow state, make sure to fully get locked in and actually avoid distractions, because whenever you indulge in those distractions, your focus is going to get lost for a good amount of time. So I don't want you to go through those things. I would say whenever you do anything, stop multitasking, because again, multitasking is a scam. Okay, whatever you're doing, if you want to do it to a elite standard, elite production levels, you have to do a single task at a time, and you need to have your full focus on that. Okay, whether it's learning new skills, making videos, getting great, amazing grades at school, you have to put all of your focus on a single task, because that's how you're going to be able to multiply your results. You know what I mean? So do not indulge in multitasking and keep your focus. So now in the second part, we're going to go over the specifics. So number 1 is poor positioning for monetization. What do I mean by that? When I say positioning, is again, it kind of relates to the first point that I made, is that picking the wrong industry. I didn't position myself in the right industry, and I couldn't really make money. So it was my fault. I didn't put myself in the right position to monetize and get the fruits of my labor. You know what I mean? Because let's just say I grew an audience in a fitness niche, right? It would have been so much easier for me to monetize it, to maybe sell a course, to sell a community, to sell a product. And it would have been much more like enjoyable for me to keep posting content, because I was making money and it would be enjoyable. And again, don't let anyone shame you to want to make money. You take care of your family. Always do it in an honorable integrity. Have integrity when you're making money, obviously, but do not be ashamed if someone says, "Oh, we want to make money." Who cares? We need to make bread, and we need to improve and level up, take care of our family and our loved ones, and we want to build a great lifestyle. You know what I mean? So of course we're gonna look for money and improve our wealth. So again, position yourself the right way for monetization, and Go to the businesses that have a lot of money and something that you can stick to for the long term, and you think you can be consistent. Because for me, there are so many businesses that there's good money, but I just don't think I'm a person for specifically that business, because I don't really have the passion and the love for that specific brand, like the business model, whatever, you know what I mean? So let's just say agency, you can make really great money with that, or drop shipping. But I believe for my skill sets, for my experience and my knowledge, content creation, online social media stuff, those things are my specialty. And I would say it's something that I can stick to the long term, and I know there's a good way to make money. But if I pick, let's just say agency, I just don't have the skills currently right now to build the right income source, you know what I mean? So let me just make my picture smaller because I feel like I'm blocking the information. There we go. Yeah, so it's all about positioning. Position yourself in the right way. If you put yourself in the finance niche, it's really good to make money. But again, do it in a honorable way and have integrity. Don't scam your audience. Don't sell bullshit products. Make sure to be smart enough to, build a good reputation for yourself. You know what I mean? Number 2, not making offers to your audience. Here's what I mean. If you have an audience already and you don't try to, again, I'm not saying if your goal is just to make content, fair enough, you don't have to make offers. But if your goal is to make money and monetize, then you have to make offers. Simple as that. And offers are just anything, any value, information, product or service you're trying to sell, and you give it with a story, with a hook, and you try to get the attention of your people. And if people want it, they can get it. I would say make sure to always provide a top quality offer with amazing value. Make sure to the product that you're providing is 10 or 15 times more valuable than the actual price they have to pay. And I'm telling you, that's how you're going to make money online. Because if you're not making offers, then there's no point. Because I didn't make offers. I wanted to try to make money, but I was very limited because, again, reason number 1, poor positioning. So I would say definitely make more offers to your audience and make more money. Number 3, not solving the problems in your market. What do I mean by that? So you see, every market has its own problems, and it's your job to solve it. Let's just say, let me give you a quick example. Let's just say water filters. This just came to my mind because I've been thinking about this kind of stuff. Water filters, right? Water filters, their market, that problem they're trying to solve is to clean the water, purify it so we can actually properly drink. And if they're just, let's just say their goal is to like clean the water, but they're like, oh, let's just add I don't know, some flavors to the water, like orange flavor or cherry flavor, just to get more hype in the market. They are adding more value, but it's not actual. They're not really solving the problem. If the water is not properly getting cleaned up and it's not purified, then who cares about the flavor? You see, if you're not targeting and fixing the main problem, then no one's gonna care about the side stuff you're providing. So if you solve the problem at its finest level and then you add those bonuses and extra stuff, then people are gonna be interested. But for me, let's just say when I was making content, especially in the beginning, I did this the right way. I was creating sort of content that no one was really making in my niche, like especially the football niche, like the sports niche. People very basic, very lazy, but I was very creative. I was able to provide like a long stories. I was able to get like people's attention, and I grew really, really fast. I just smoked my competition. But then I got really complacent, and I started creating content for more my liking and my preferences, and I kind of stopped doing whatever the market wanted and whatever the market needed. And as a result, my growth stopped. So I want you to fully focus on the problems of the market and trying to solve them. Don't make my mistake. Number 4, not building a strong connection with your audience. So you see, building a strong connection with your audience is the most important thing, especially if you have an online brand. Because if the people don't really fuck with you, they don't really like you, who cares what you sell, what you have? You have to make an impact on people, okay? If you're genuine, if you're authentic, if you're relatable, people are gonna like you, people are gonna want to be following you, support you, and you're gonna build a strong connection with your audience. And you can do anything. You can do crazy collabs with them. You can just even bring them on a podcast. There are so many ways you can go about it, but it's important to build a genuine, authentic connection. And that's what I'm trying to do with you guys, because I want to provide enough value and be my authentic version so you guys can understand me. Because the most important thing, especially when you're building a brand, is to build a genuine connection. Because when people genuinely like you, we can have a lot of fun and we can just go, we can grow crazy. You know what I mean? So Always focus, put your focus on a strong connection with your audience and be relatable. Be authentic. Don't fake. You don't be like, oh yeah, I'm this guy. Don't pretend you're someone else, okay? Be yourself, and you're gonna attract the audience that actually likes you. And number 5, lack of direction for your brand or business. This is the one that I let me just take a deep breath. I've been talking for so long. Okay, back to the game. Lack of direction for your brand or business. What do I mean by that? If you don't think 5, 10, 15, 20 steps ahead, you are screwed. Because that's what I did. Again, I keep telling you my story because I don't want you to make the mistakes. I grew it to a size of I was really focused on growing the followers. Let me get the followers. I grew the followers and I'm like, oh shit, I grew the followers, but what am I going to do now? There is nothing to do. I don't know how to make money with this. The audience is not really messing with me and I was screwed. I just didn't know what to do. Now I would say always have an ultimate vision and always try to picture yourself in multiple steps ahead so you can know how to position yourself. Again, always goes back to positioning, and you can make money, you can grow your audience in a bigger scales, and you can do collabs. There's so many things you can do, but you have to have a direction, you have to have a purpose. And for me, I need to emphasize this even for myself, because I made this mistake so many times. I lacked direction, I lacked purpose for my brand or business. Okay, so I want you to have pick a direction that you want your business or brand to go. Let's just say, I don't know, Nike, their goal is to provide the best athletic products for the athletes, for the people who want like fit, you know what I mean? That's their goal, that's their vision. They always make sure to provide the best top tier quality. And you have to have something similar to that. You have to have your ultimate goal and your reason for your brand and business, because if you don't, you're going to struggle to grow and eventually you're going to plateau. So the reason and the direction is the most important thing for your brand or business. And whenever it goes away, because it happened to me. I didn't have a direction and a purpose. The whole thing just collapses. So don't make that mistake. The final one, and this is more like, depends more on the person, but it's something I struggled, so I want to let you know. Being indecisive and poor decision making is like one of the specific mistakes that I made, because sometimes you have to make the hard decisions, and if you're really late and if you're like hesitant to make that decision, then you're gonna struggle. I would say try to be more decisive, make harder decisions. You have to pick. Sometimes you have to go with your gut instinct, and you shouldn't stop. Like you shouldn't like wait all the time to like, oh my god. Obviously, do your calculations, think, be logical, but you have to make the hard decisions sometimes. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you have to make that hard decision in order to grow. So here's what I did. The brand that I just showed you, this one, Blamar, or the former name was Blues Empire. That account, I had to make a hard decision to stop posting on that, because I needed to fully focus on this, because if I did it, it would be too many things at the same time. One of the things that I talked about again. So I would say sometimes you have to make the harder decisions. Sometimes you have to sacrifice certain aspects of your life, your social life. Sometimes you have to sacrifice extra spending. Sometimes you have to sacrifice the relationships. You just have to do that in order to thrive and grow in your business, in your brand, and become a top class entrepreneur. It's something that I'm trying still to do. I'm still making those mistakes. It improved a lot. I used to be indulging in so many bad things, but now it's getting better. I've removed a lot of distractions. Like, you know, I rarely watch movies, maybe one movie a year, maybe some shows. I don't even know when was the last time I watched a show. Going out all the time, video games, all these kind of things. Even YouTube, I kind of slowed down, unless if it's something educational. I rarely watch YouTube. I usually watch it when I'm driving or eating food. So I try to be like learning and be careful with my time. But again, you have to be decisive. Don't be indecisive like me. You have to make those hard decisions sometimes. And sometimes you're gonna make some poor decisions. As I said, poor decision making. You have to be more logical, think and be more calculative and make those decisions. You have to, because if you don't take action, you're just gonna stagnate. I hope you enjoyed the video. From now on, I'm gonna be making more videos like this, like with slides, because it provides more information and I'm able to give you a more wider perspective on each point that I'm making, and it's gonna be easier for you to understand because I give you more information and knowledge regarding those points. So I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.